You talking subliminal? I can't even see me.
Sunny Digital.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Lord Kel on the camera. Yeah, so let's talk about something, right? Yeah, so been busy a lot, bit just get my mind right, man, like on this draft, man, because I don't know, maybe because somebody brought me on to something, man, about rethinking the whole running back thing, because had to watch more film on Miles Sanders, and he's a really like an all-complete back, man. He's a really complete back. This guy can catch out the backfield like Corey Clement. He can run in between tackles like I thought. I mean, like, he kind of reminds me of like another Saquon Barkley. He kind of reminds me of another Saquon Barkley, like the way his agility is and his speed after contact and after he takes off. So pretty good, man. I think that he definitely has more speed than Corey Clement. Well, like more breakaway speed than Corey Clement as far as in football. He definitely has more breakaway speed than maybe Jordan Howard. So definitely. So maybe I was wrong about Jordan Howard, man. Maybe I was wrong, man. I can definitely see him being like a number 2 or number 3 back. But then again, that still leaves the question, though. Like we have so much talent in our running back room that we gotta cut somebody. Because again, let's list the running backs we have. We have Jordan Howard, who may or may not be willing to share carries like that. We have Josh Adams, who's coming off of shoulder surgery soon, and when he's healthy, who will be really effective, just judging off the numbers he had last year. Then we got Miles Sanders, of course. Then you got Wendell Smallwood, and then you got Corey Clement. Somebody gotta get cut, because you can't have 4 or 5 running backs on a roster like that. Somebody's gonna get cut. Somebody's gonna get cut. So I'm wondering who. And again, and just the overall draft class, man. Like, I feel like the Eagles still A-. Well, actually, you know what? Since I rethought my decision, I give us an A, like a solid A, because the A+, just because, man, it's just like, because this running back question is still bothering me. So I give us a solid A, which is basically like a 95. I feel like we're doing the best as far as like our acquisitions, the people we extended, like Carson Wentz, picking up his 5th-year option, re-signing Vinny Curry, re-signing Tim Jernigan, and re-signing Deshaun Jackson, extending Brendan Graham. Like, y'all get where I'm going with this? So it's just, I feel like we've done a lot of great offseason moves to where, like, as far as like the overall offseason, the moment we lost that game to the Saints and when offseason started and after the Super Bowl, we have done the best in the offseason. I feel like it because of the many pieces we acquired, the many pieces that we have extended, and even just the overall draft. And we haven't even got to the OTAs yet. So I feel like this has been a really great offseason. We have had the best offseason as far as like in our division as well, and definitely top 3 when you think about the overall NFL. But let's talk about this NBA playoffs, though. Let's talk about that, like NBA. Like, I know we heard like a lot about these NFL, but I'll get back more with that on the next video. But let's talk about these NBA playoffs, right? So I still got my money on the Houston Rockets making this an interesting series, just because I feel like they were robbed game 1 of that series, even though Clint Capella and PJ Tucker didn't play as well offensively as they did defensively. And then I don't know what happened game 2. I guess the Warriors just finally woke up like, oh shit, we can't let the Rockets beat us at home and split this series, and then having to go into Houston and then facing the possibility of losing 2 games in Houston. So I feel like Game 2 was a must-win for the Warriors, so I can't even fault the Rockets for that. James Harden still played a very great game. Everyone actually played a really good game, even though I'm still waiting for that game from Chris Paul to hit like 22, 25 points. But it is what it is, right? So, but the hometown team, the Sixers, man, the Raptors, man, it's just that goddamn Kawhi Leonard, man. He's just really something of a monster, man. And it took me a while to feel like it took me a while to figure out why they call him the Claw. Like, he's just so good, man. Like, I see why he was a 2-time defensive player and a Finals MVP, man. He's just so, like, he's just that good of a player. It's just so. But I feel like if we can just like play great defense like we did in Game 2, that split the series, and Joel Embiid maintaining his health, you know. And then Ben Simmons just keep doing what he did against the Nets, like, you know, like the final stretch against the Nets. I feel like we should be good because our bench is our bench is going to play. Mike Scott, Tobias Harris, like, all of them are going to play. You know what I'm saying? So I still got my money on the Sixers, like, getting past the Raptors, because I don't believe in Kyle Lowry, bro. But Kyle Lowry is basically like the Dwayne Wade to like LeBron James. And no, this is not an indictment on Dwayne Wade. I'm just saying Kawhi would be LeBron and Kyle Lowry would be that Dwayne Wade role player. You know what I'm saying? That secondary piece. Who's not, but the difference is Kyle Lowry just not playing well. And he's just not consistently playing well. So it's just, if we can play defense on everybody else and let Kawhi do what he does, because like, you're not going to stop Kawhi Leonard. We're not going to stop Kawhi Leonard. So I feel like if we can just defend everybody else and let Kawhi do what he does, like the Sixers can do it. So, but even then, for the Eastern Conference Finals, I still got my money on the Sixers in Milwaukee. Alright? Not going to say who's going to win out of Sixers in Milwaukee, because that's a whole entire debate. And Malcolm Brogdon is coming back, and I got to see how Malcolm Brogdon plays against the Celtics. I think tomorrow night. So, but yeah, so the Sixers can advance to play with Milwaukee. And I need the Rockets to win both games in Houston to even out the series. And then Game 5 is going to obviously be in Golden State. So that's when the series is going to be interesting. Hopefully the Rockets can just get it all together defensively, as far as like keeping Steph and Klay off their mark, while also slowing down Kevin Durant. Because we're not going to stop Kevin Durant. He's one of the greatest scorers of all time. We're not going to do that. So if we can just slow down Kevin Durant while also limiting Steph and Klay, the Rockets can do it. Because James Harden has to score at least 30 points for them to win this series, which he has been doing, which is fine. So PJ Tucker, Clint Capella, they have to limit the amount of offensive rebounds they give to the Warriors. They have to limit that. They also have to get better at just make about 3 or 4 more threes a game, and they can really close out the series. Because the Golden State is hurt, like, they're really hurt. Steph and Klay have not been like shooting their best like this series. So I got the Rockets advancing to play whoever wins out of Portland and Denver, because I honestly don't care about Portland and Denver. So for the Western Conference Finals, I got the Rockets, and you know what? I'll just say Portland, right? Because everybody wants to see if Portland can knock out the Rockets again like they did years ago. So I got Houston and Portland in the Western Conference Finals, and I got Milwaukee and the Sixers for the Eastern Conference Finals. And we'll go into more about who's going to win that, because that's a more bit of a debate last time. So